Okay, let's say you want to start your own business. Absolutely fantastic. Give it everything you have. Go forward. But the question is, what are you going to sell? Or what service are you going to provide? And the other question is, where exactly do good business ideas or good product ideas come from? That's what we're going to talk about in this video. Get ready to succeed. Today we are going to talk about the ultimate multi-million dollar question or multi-billion dollar question. Where exactly do the best business ideas come from? Where do the best product ideas come from? And what's also special about this video is now we start a brand new series. So if you're following the Succeed model, which is fantastic, by the way, the first series is you're talking about the target audience and you developed a targeting strategy. Then in the second series, we start talking about the competition and more importantly, how are you going to compete in the marketplace with your competitive strategy? And now we get into solution. What exactly is that unmet need or unmet want in the marketplace? And how exactly are you going to solve that? What solutions are you going to offer in the means of products or solutions or services? How are you going to fit that unmet need? What exactly are you going to sell? How are you going to provide value to the target audience? And that is what we're going to start today. So the topic of today is, where do new product ideas come from? Where do these best product ideas come from? And more importantly, are these ideas viable? Are they not viable? Where exactly do I start? All right. So I'm going to ask you a question. Where do business ideas come from? How would you answer it? I'm waiting. Any answers? Okay. Where do business ideas come from? Well, they come from you. They come from customers. They come from experiments. I'm going to go over a number of brainstorming exercises for you to partake in this video right here. But here's something I have to stress. You see, as an entrepreneur, this right here, I'm going to be honest with you, this video, this is the heart of what we do. Because as an entrepreneur, it's not about doing a specific exercise for 30 minutes and then forget it. Really, an entrepreneur is an investigator. We are constantly searching for unmet needs in the marketplace. We're constantly searching for what problems are people going through. What goals are they trying to accomplish? What would they enjoy? And then how can I be an investigator and a problem solver and actually solve those unmet needs in the marketplace? So it's really important to help set the stage for this video, and especially this series. Because again, I'm going to show you a fantastic series of exercises and activities for you to accomplish. But it doesn't end there. I cannot stress this enough. What I'm teaching you in this video is going to be a mindset. It's going to be something for you to actively be thinking about. It's going to be something for you to actively be observant about, for you to constantly be reviewing and analyzing. It is really important, just like with a lot of the other business training series that we've had, you want an ongoing list. So whether it's a note on your iPhone, whether it's a pad, whether it's a document that you have shared, regardless of what it is, I'm going to show you a number of brainstorming exercises and activities to actually be mindful of unmet needs in the marketplace. But you need a place to organize them. So whenever you come across an unmet need, you're jotting it down. So the first thing I want to say is, product ideas come from an unmet need in the marketplace. That's where they come from, whether it's from you, from customers, or experiences. Product ideas come from unmet needs in the marketplace. All right. So let's do a couple of brainstorming exercises to help you actually identify where these unmet needs are. Okay. Number one, we're going to talk about the buyer persona. It all starts with the buyer persona. How many times have we said that? All right. Take a look at the goals of your buyer persona. What is your target audience trying to accomplish? What does the end result look like? Are there any unmet needs in their goals? Is there a goal that they're trying to accomplish that they haven't done so yet, or they're having a challenge in doing so? Is there something that you can help them accomplish? Jot it down. Next, let's look at problems. What problems is your target audience facing? And here's what's interesting is, what is the pains of these problems, right? So if they're facing a problem in whatever, it might be on a scale from 1 to 10, it's a half, right? Or if they're facing a problem and it's like, okay, I got to solve this problem today. What is the intensity level of that problem? Are there any unmet problems, right? Are there any lingering problems that your target audience is experiencing that you might be able to help them overcome? If so, jot it down. Passions. What is your target audience passionate about? What are their interests? What do they enjoy doing? What is their hobby? What do they like to spend money on, right? We all love to spend money. What do they like to spend money on? Is there anything that you can create in line with this, right? Can you be a passion brand? Can you be an entertainment brand? Do you have anything to offer that can help them live out their passion, right? So that's something to think of. Write it down. Frequently asked questions. What questions is your segment consistently asking? Do you have a way to provide these answers? Hey, listen, a lot of companies have made a lot of money answering people's questions. Have you ever heard of Google? Have you ever heard of Kajabi or YouTube? Have you ever read a blog, right? All of these examples are ways that people have made money on answering people's questions. Now remember, we're not talking about finding a solution yet. We're not talking about products or services yet. All I want you to do is to start analyzing and investigating unmet needs in the marketplace. We'll talk about solutions down the road. Right now, as an entrepreneur, I want you to be in the mindset. The entrepreneurial mindset is an investigator, can find unmet needs in the marketplace. These are just exercises to help you look at unmet needs. Okay? Ideal persona. What is the ideal persona? What is the ideal image that your target audience is trying to fulfill? How can you help them do this? Can your brand be a tool of self-expression? For example, I always say people do not buy Rolexes to tell time. It is a tool to express to others, hey, I am a person of luxury. Fashion designers. You're not buying a fashion designer outfit in order to wear clothes. No, you're doing it as a tool to express to others, hey, I am someone that is into high fashion. What is your target audience's ideal persona? Is there something you can do to help achieve that, right? Let me give you some examples. Apple, they were known for creativity. Think different was one of their slogans. Rolex, you buy a Rolex for status. Jeep, it represents rugged adventure. Versace, high fashion. Home Depot, you can do it. We can help. Do it yourself. Where do you see unmet needs as you're looking at your buyer persona? Look at the goals, problems, passions, interests, frequently asked questions, ideal persona. You can look at the other elements of the buyer persona as well. Ideal entertainment, so on and so forth. Are there any unmet needs? All right, so that's the first exercise. That's the first mindset you want to think of. Always look at the personality of your target audience to see if there are any unmet needs. 2, talk to people. Just simply talk to people. Hey, what issues are you having? What product would you love to have but is not available? How would you improve the products that you're currently using? Just chat with people. I love chatting with my students all the time, asking what products they're using or what are they doing or how will they perfect things, right? Talk to your customers. Talk to your business colleagues. At a networking event, talk to people, right? It's a great way to actually start a conversation or to engage in a conversation. Just simply talk to people. Another thing, gaps in the marketplace. Your positioning map, right? Remember that whole section we did on categories in the positioning map. All the blue circles you see on the screen, those are open categories, unmet needs in the marketplace. Maybe some of these unmet needs or maybe some of these gaps in the marketplace are a gap for a reason. They're just not profitable. Okay. But are there any gaps that could be profitable? That could be an unmet need that you can solve. Are there any gaps on this position map that you find interesting? If no, move on. If yes, write it down. Consumer research. If you are a local small business owner or a local entrepreneur, you might not really get involved with this because this actually takes a lot of expertise, connections. This is a lot more challenging to execute. Or maybe you are able, or you have the capabilities to conduct a consumer research project, right? But in consumer research projects, one of the main goals that we could have is to actually find gaps in the marketplace. You could do surveys, you can do interviews, you can look at market data, you can look at your feedback loop. All these are just simple examples. But is there any element of your market research that could help you identify new unmet needs in the marketplace? Okay, that's another example. Number one, this one's pretty funny. Product experiments. Now, this really has to do with R&D. So if you're a local business or a local entrepreneur, you're really not going to be involved with this. But this is primary, or if you are someone that works in a research lab, this may pertain to you, because that's really what this talks about. So if you're going for a PhD and you're doing research, or you're working in a research lab, or you're working in R&D, that's what we're talking about here, where you might be experimenting on one product, or you might be looking at one technology, and then through that series, a whole new technology emerges. Here's what's interesting. Some of the most popular products that we use today were actually experiments. Gasoline was a byproduct that no one knew about until they were actually experimenting with it. Post-its was an experiment. Microwave, penicillin, can you believe that? Super glue. These are all examples of products that when they were discovered, that wasn't the intent of the experiment. It was a byproduct. So it might just happen that as you're doing R&D, you could actually find new unmet needs or new solutions in that process, okay? So here's what we have. You have a list of unmet needs, right? So again, remember, it's a mindset. You have these exercises to do, yes, but it's something you always want to be thinking. Always look at that buyer persona. Always talk to people to see if you can find out any unmet need. Always look at that positioning map. Always look at whatever consumer data that you can have, whether it's consumer research that you do yourself, or it's satisfaction surveys and feedback loops that you launch, whatever it is. You want to have a running list of unmet needs in the marketplace. That is the entrepreneurial mindset. Where are the unmet needs in the marketplace? Jot it down. Okay, so that's step one. But now that we have those unmet needs identified, now we got to start to think. Now we have to be the problem solver. What solutions can fulfill these needs? And is it a solution that I can create or not? What solutions could potentially fulfill these needs? And is it something that I can create or not? All right. What issues are you trying to solve? Are you able to do that? And that's going to be the second column, right? So this first column is unmet need. The second column is possible solutions. Okay, unmet need A. How could I potentially solve that? What can my business do to solve it? Now, it doesn't have to be a revolutionary solution. Maybe it's just simply making a current product better. Maybe it's making it more efficient. Maybe it's making it cheaper, right? There's many different ways. But just think, how can I create this solution, or what is a solution to this unmet need? Okay? Let me give you some examples. Drive-through. Just imagine this. A mom with her busy schedule, she's juggling family and work, and she's running into a fast food joint with 3 children, all under the age of 5. She's trying to get the food and hurry up to rush to all these different errands. And she's like, man, I just wish there was a hole in the wall that I could just drive up and you could just pass me that food. Boy, the concept of a drive-through, how convenient. Streaming video. Imagine this. A father bringing the 4 kids in the car, leaving the house, going to major video, getting out of the car, looking at the store for what video and who wants what, paying $4 per video per night, getting back in the car, driving back to the house, getting back into the house, putting the video in the VCR, watching the movie, rewinding the movie, bringing the video back the next day so you don't get late charges. Boy, wouldn't it be great if I could just use the remote control, pick what movie I wanted, and boom, it just showed up there. Right? I can go on the list, right, which is what's on here. Again, what I want to stress in this video is what I'm teaching you is an entrepreneurial mindset. As entrepreneurs and business professionals, we're always looking for unmet needs, and we're doing what we can to solve it. So this is just the first step of the video. So what's next? In the next video, in the next series of videos, what we're going to do is we're going to look at product ecosystems and how you can start to develop those ecosystems out. And we're also going to look at, okay, you have all these different unmet needs and you have all these different solutions. What solution is viable and what solution is not? And how can we actually measure that? How can we actually determine, before we invest all of our time and money, how can we determine if a product solution is actually a valid product solution idea, or is it something that, hey, good idea, but it's never going to turn into a business, right? So that is what we're going to look at in the next couple of videos. Then later on in this solution series, what we're going to do is, okay, once you've identified a product solution and you have validated that it is viable, now what we need to do is we need to create a complete product design. The physical, the emotional, the aesthetic. What exactly is this entire build out and how much money are we looking to profit on this product? So that is what is going on in this series. There's a lot of fantastic information. Make sure you stay tuned to every single video because I know it's going to be a lot of value to you. All right, Bible verse of the day, Philippians 1:6. I am sure of this, that he who started a good work in you will carry it on to completion until the day of Christ Jesus. I am sure of this, that he who started a good work in you will carry it on to completion until the day of Christ Jesus. You are doing so many good works. There are so many good things happening right now. And my prayer is those good works continue. They continue as you build your business. They continue as you provide a support system for your family and your employees. And they continue as you drive forward into that perfect career that God has called you into. That's today's video. Hope you had a good one. Talk to you soon. Bye.